Hi there, Martin, the founder of FutureProof here. In this video, we're going to look at baby boomers versus Gen Z and hopefully look at a new perspective here on generational wealth versus longevity. So the debate between Gen Z and baby boomers often centers on wealth inequality and housing accessibility. While Gen Z expresses frustration over unaffordable housing markets, this video explores a different perspective. What if the true generational advantage isn't property ownership, but the potential for dramatically extended lifespans? We'll examine how the concept of longevity escape velocity, a situation where medical advancements increase life expectancy faster than time passes, and how this might fundamentally alter our understanding of generational wealth. We'll also consider how AI disruption and global mobility create unique advantages for younger generations despite economic challenges. Understanding longevity escape velocity. Definition. Longevity escape velocity is a hypothetical point where medical advancements allow life expectancy to increase faster than time passes. So for every year that goes by, your life expectancy increases by more than a year. We can have partial benefits, so even if progress is slower, for example, 8 months gained per year that passes, younger generations will see significantly more benefit than older ones. The older you are today, the less chance you have to benefit from this process. Scientific reality. With breakthroughs like solved protein folding, testing of new drugs in simulated environments, and even sickle cell disease cures, this isn't science fiction but an area of intense research and development. Gen Z's housing market frustrations. Unattainable dream. Home ownership is seen as a fundamental aspiration that is now out of reach. Economic barriers. High prices, stagnant wages, and large deposit requirements are all barriers. Historical contrast. There's a perception that boomers had it easier purchasing their houses at significantly lower values relative to wages. Additional burdens. Gen Z has student loan debt and economic instability related to the debts, which the boomer generation did not have when they attended universities for free. Gen Z, born from the mid-1990s to early 2010s, entered adulthood during a period of skyrocketing property prices and economic uncertainty. Many believe that the boomers pulled up the ladder after benefiting from more affordable housing, creating a sense of generational unfairness that extends beyond finances to a core measure of adult achievement. The value proposition: more life or more property. Boomer advantage: property and wealth. Boomers have accumulated wealth and property over their working lives, benefiting from more affordable housing markets and building up substantial assets and retirement funds. Gen Z potential advantage: extended lifespan. Gen Z may benefit from 30 to 40 more years of healthy, active living as they're positioned to experience full longevity escape velocity and transformative medical breakthroughs. While boomers may have wealth and property, many will be in their 80s or 90s when the most transformative longevity breakthroughs become widespread, potentially too late for them to fully benefit. The pursuit of longevity escape velocity offers a distinct future that disproportionately favours those with more healthy years ahead of them. And as a side note, who is going to inherit all the properties anyway? Extending health span, not just lifespan. Gene therapies. These can target the genetic causes of aging. Advanced diagnostics. These can create early detection and prevention of problems. Personalized medicine. Here treatments can be tailored to individual genetic situations. Cognitive preservation. We can maintain mental skills for longer. Medical science isn't just focused on extending life, but improving health span, the period of life spent in good health and mobility. For Gen Z, this means the potential for a much longer, healthier retirement, or continued, less physically demanding working lives, especially as robotics and automation reduce the need to work at all. AI and career resilience. Who's more vulnerable? AI disruption. AI potentially represents the fastest job loss rates in human history. Mid-late career vulnerability. Boomers have established careers at risk after decades of investment of time and learning. Early career adaptability. On the other hand, Gen Z are digital natives with the flexibility to pivot. Many boomers are 35 or more years into established careers, making the rapid rise of AI a serious threat. A significant portion of the workforce aged 55 or older could soon be replaced, leaving them jobless at an age when finding comparable work is extremely difficult. Their vast experience, once their biggest asset, could become a disadvantage if that experience is tied to tasks that AI can now perform better. The psychology of loss aversion. Boomer perspective. The boomers are facing the loss of established careers, professional identity, and purpose due to AI disruption. So this is something they already possess and deeply value. Gen Z perspective. Gen Z is concerned about not having the same opportunities to gain professional identity and purpose in a new and uncertain landscape. But they face this without the psychological burden of losing something already established. Emotional impact. Loss aversion means that people feel the pain of losses more intensely than the pleasure of equal gains, making disruption potentially more traumatic for older generations. An entrepreneur who spends 25 years building a business only to see it destroyed by AI could be argued to be suffering more than a 20-year-old who never started a similar business. This psychological principle helps explain why technological disruption may disproportionately impact older generations despite younger generations' economic challenges. Global connectivity, a house or freedom. Traditional stability. Traditionally, home ownership is seen as financial security. Remote work revolution. In recent years, we have location-independent employment. Global opportunities. It's now much easier to access worldwide markets. Geographical freedom. We can have mobility without property constraints. Remote work has fundamentally changed the link between employment, location, and property. With businesses operating globally and employees working from anywhere, geographical freedom becomes increasingly valuable. So the question is, would you prefer a house with a mortgage tying you to one location, or the freedom to move anywhere with ease, particularly with the prospect of a much longer lifespan? The mobility advantage. Reduced commitments. Gen Z has the ability to relocate with minimal notice, without property maintenance burdens or selling delays. Geo-arbitrage. Gen Z can potentially live in lower-cost areas while earning global salaries, maximizing purchasing power. Experience collection. Pursuing opportunities across continents and experiencing different cultures without the anchor of property is only possible if you don't have a house. Gen Z may find immense value in freedom from property ties. Through the lens of loss aversion, boomers might feel the potential loss of their established stability more strongly than they appreciate the gain of potential global mobility, particularly if they feel too old to start again in a new location. Reframing generational advantage. 30+ additional healthy years. There's the potential for lifespan extension for younger generations through medical advances. 55+ age most vulnerable to AI. Boomers are in a situation where career disruption is most devastating due to limited recovery time. 100% location freedom. We could argue that Gen Z has a degree of geographical mobility which is possible without property ties. The generational debate isn't simple. It's not about one generation definitively having it better. Gen Z faces real challenges in housing and economic stability, but they also have distinct advantages in an era of rapid change. There's the potential for extended healthy lifespans, adaptability to an AI-driven workforce, and unprecedented global mobility. Consider this final thought. Ask an 80-year-old billionaire if they would give away their fortune to be 20 again, with the prospect of an additional 30 years of healthy living, and the answer becomes obvious. Perhaps the true wealth of generations isn't measured in property, but in potential. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching and hope it got you thinking. Please check out our other videos and blogs on this topic area and many others.